Hey, what's up, guys? Zach and Steph. I guess we'll just kind of share a short video of how the homes helped us. Me personally, I had a lot of issues: family, legal, mental, emotional, just relational, all kinds of things that was going on in my life. Hey guys, I was struggling with some things, like I said before I came in the home, mental, relational, family issues, all that I said. And but here's a couple clips of some things that happened, like before I came to the home, um, and also while I was in the home. It's really a great thing because God helps you restore relationships. I mean, maybe you made cut like messed up some bridges with your family or something. During the time of the home, I was struggling with some family issues, but the thing was is that the Lord tended to restore a lot of those relationships as well. And here's a couple things that I got to do, like on my passes when I took off to go see my family. So let's take a look. And when I came to the Better Roads home, man, at first I was like, that's not for me. Because when you're in your active addiction, you're thinking, dude, a faith-based recovery home, nah, that's not for me. And you'll make any excuse not to go. Well, I ended up making the excuse to go. And since I made the excuse and the decision for God, like He blessed that decision like times 20. I came with nothing, and I had all those issues, like I told you, man. And there were some serious issues, but the Lord ended up. I got my first car. Went back to court. Like, the weirdest things happened. God intervened in the courtroom. The judge is like, no, we're going to continue this. I'm like, I drove 300 miles. I can't do that. Then he says, all right, Mr. Spieler. And randomly, after my attorney spitballed something, the prosecutor spitballed something, he says, all right, Mr. Spieler, we're going to waive the reinstatement fee and you're going to get your license, but it's going to be up to you to get your driver's license. And long story short, man, I went back to school because you have the opportunity to do that if you come here. I got two associate's degrees in HVAC and renewable energy. Like I said, I went back to school and got two associate's degrees while I was in the home, which is something that everybody can do. So let's take a look at some of the school pictures. Then I met my wife. And we ended up getting an apartment. And now we're sitting here. Babe, you want to tell them your story?
Um, just a short clip. I was in the ladies' home, and it was pretty good. It helped me out a lot with my reading, with my just dyslexia. It helped me out with so much with just family drama, and and I got my driver's license, and then I was able to get a apartment, and then I was able to just restore a bunch of stuff that I needed to. And then I met my husband over here at the faith-based recovery home, and and then we started our life together. We got, so much going for us because of God and what His amazingness can do for you. Just like setting you free, first of all, of burdens, of hurts, of just regrets. And it will lift you up. It will make it feel like there's a rock that's been lifted off your chest. And you will feel the satisfaction of being able to just sit outside your house and just, feel that just joyous, that, just that feeling good. And that's what we're doing right now, just, sitting outside and looking up to the heavens and just feeling good. But you also gotta put a lot of work in before you can do this. It's been a lot of work before we could do this.
And also, while I was in the home, I worked some odd jobs. That's a really cool thing, man. When you're in here, you can learn the skills of many trades. There's guys that own businesses and different things. While I was in here, I just was one of those guys that bounced around. I went and did HVAC. I did some electrical. I wish I would have done more electrical. I did some house flipping, which I wish I would have done more house flipping. But some of the picks that I have here, I did HVAC. I did like landscaping. Guy owned his own yard business. So you can, what I recommend is like to bounce around if you come to all the different opportunities available to you. Like if you can do house flipping, do house flipping. If you can do electrical, do electrical. If you can do HVAC, do HVAC. If you can do construction, do construction. But let's take a look at some of these pictures that I took when I was working some odd jobs. While I was in the home, I had the pleasure and the opportunity to being able to work at City Baptist School because the church owns like two grade school to high schools. Like they own like the whole school, the big buildings, and they have like kids from all the way to elementary school to high school. So when I was in the home, I got to go down the road to City Baptist and help in the shop class with Steve Schlone, and it was just a beneficial amount of wisdom that I learned while working in there in the shop class. So here's a couple clips just to show you some opportunities that I got to do. Also some things you could potentially do as well. Let's take a look.
And God is just really good. God is really good. It's really about prayer.
It's really about prayer and just making that choice, I think, Steph. What do you say? Like if you make the choice for God, like if you go there because people are pressuring you or people are saying I want you to go to this place, then it's not going to be as beneficial. If you make the decision in your own heart to do it for God, I feel like He blesses you for that, you know.
Oh, He does. You got to be willing and you got to want God.
Yeah.
You got to want God.
But if you do, I'm telling you, not the sky's the limit, but like there's no limit, you know what I'm saying? Because
there's
with
no
God,
limit.
I mean, there's up here, man.
Run the race that is set before you.
Yeah, there's a guys that's been here before, made YouTube videos and stuff, and they said, this place, and that's what it kind of encouraged me a little bit was the YouTube videos. They said this place can either be the best place in the world if whatever you make out of it, you know, or you can, the things you can do are almost limitless, or it could be like, you know, a struggle. Also in the home, we don't always just stay at the home. A lot of times you're going to be at the home, but there's always going to be activities that are going to keep you occupied. But when you are not in the home, we did like get out and take trips. So you may have the opportunity to be able to take trips I never took. But here's some of the trips that I took, and then we can take a look at those. Let's take a look. I mean, I basically don't like to correlate God with like getting stuff, but I will tell you this, man. Like everything that we have gotten has a story behind it, and the Lord is the only explanation of how we got anything that we have. But like for instance, look at a new member of the family here. We got this little boy, Shadow. Shadow, come, set, boy, set, up, set, no, set, boy, set. All right, lay. And he's just so blessed, you know, like just to have a dog and to be able to do stuff like that. And it, like I said, God's not about material things.
No.
What Stephanie mentioned was that it gives you time to repair the broken roads. Like especially if you've been in addiction for several years and you've sown to the flesh for that long, it's going to take some time to recover that. So don't get impatient with yourself if you come. Just keep on focusing on what you have to focus on. It's not always going to be the easiest thing, but it's really amazing, man. You will leave so much more empowered. I used to complain to my family sometimes when I was there. I'd be like, oh, man, like, you know, I was like, you know, I can't stand people's attitudes, you know, and stuff like that. And just little things that were quirking me. But my dad's like, forget them. Focus on your own game. And speaking of my dad and family, like, had I not came to this Better Roads home, I'd be in the same position they are. During the time of being here, me and my wife were in the worst time in COVID, when COVID hit at the faith-based recovery home, and it was a great place to be during that time. It was like a safety net. And my grandma passed away. My grandpa ended up passing away like recently, and so did my dad the next day. And I look back on it and I'm like, man, dude, if I wouldn't have been here, like I would have went off the wall, you know, and got into trouble or something, or ended up in the same position they are had I have not came here. So, I mean, that's why I say, man, if you make a decision for God, He will bless you and it'll be the best choice you ever make. But like I said, if it wasn't for the faith-based recovery home, like I wouldn't even be here today, probably. Go ahead and cut it.